This just shows you the impact of numbers as well as how things work. It's not guaranteed that each one is going to get 5 people, but when you really think about it and everybody goes into groups, they may end up like intersecting each other and everything, like to where this person might end up in a group that already got an informant, but they don't know that there's 2 more informants in the group. Welcome back to the Altgeld Kingpins Channel, where we talk about confidential informants. And I don't have my reference today. My reference today is these numbers. So what do these numbers entail? These numbers entail if we started off with 1 informant and each 1 informant gets 5. So this will be the breakdown, just basically times it and multiplying everything by 5, just to show you how grand things can be. And we could just say, let's just say every 5 years. We'll say every 5 years. So 12 times 5 is 60 years. So let's say they started in 1908, which I showed you guys that they've been basically using informants since their inception in 1908. And let's just say each one of these steps, which is 12 steps, and they have 5 years that it took. It took 5 years for 1 informant to get 5, and then another 5 years for the 5 informants to get, 5 more, each one of them getting 5 to 25, and break it down. The reason I color coded it like this is most informants are working because they're working for money. That's why I color coded it green. And we all know that the thin blue line is the police, so they're becoming the police. That's why I'm turning the numbers blue.
So as you see, 1 times 5 is 5, 5 times 5 is 25, 25 times 5 is 125, 125 times 5 is 625.
And I want to say this right here. My other video, I kind of fucked up in my mouth, and I put 725. One paying attention was moving too fast, but it's actually 125 times 5 is 625.
625 times 5 is 3,125. 3,125 times 5 is 15,625.
Now we go on this side where the numbers start to get bigger.
15,625 times 5, 78,125. 78,125 times 5, 390,625. 390,625 times 5, 1,953,125. 1,953,125 times 5 is 9,765,625. 9,765,625 times 5 is 48,828,125. 48,828,125 times 5 is a whopping 244,140,625.
So in 60 years, by using these calculations, in 60 years, 1 informant can go from 1 to 244 million. And think about this, if you're in the U.S. and you're watching this, the population of the entire U.S. is upwards of 300 plus thousand. So in 60 years, that means 3/4, I want to say, 3/4, 4/5 or something of the population can potentially be informants. Potentially are informants or have been informants due to these calculations. So this just shows you the impact of numbers as well as how things work. It's not guaranteed that each one is going to get 5 people, but when you really think about it and everybody goes into groups, they may end up like intersecting each other and everything, like to where this person might end up in a group that already got an informant, but they don't know that there's 2 more informants. 1 person in that group is not an informant, so they may not exactly get 5 all the time, but this is just showing you the power of the numbers. So I just want you guys to just break this down. Tell me what it is that you think about this. Like, do you think this is cool? Do you think it's not cool? Does it scare you to understand that it could be actually this many people in society that actually could have been or are informants and helping people to get locked up? Tell me your thoughts. So one last thing I do want to put in here is, when you look at this, you got to understand that informants do get killed. Some informants do go to jail. Some informants do drop out and stop doing it and probably never be an informant again. So I can't say that these are exact numbers or these are what it is. It's just doing the power of 5. You just see how great it gets. But it's definitely people that do stop becoming informant, they do stop doing the informant work. Some of them do get killed. Some of them do go to jail. So it's like, it's a life that they have to live, and this is how many people that they have to worry about, because once they become an informant and they understand the things that they did, they never trust everybody else because they understand what they did and how they were living and getting all the information and everything. So it makes them very paranoid. So when you have a lot of these people in society that's paranoid, or they scared, or they fearful and all that type of stuff, a lot of times it's because they did stuff like this and they understand that this is what goes on. They understand that they went undercover, or they chose to turn in a family member or a friend. So now once you become untrustworthy to a person, it's harder for you to actually trust people. So now when it comes to anybody else in your life, you look at what you did to a person, so you assume that everybody else will end up doing the same thing to you, and now you're paranoid and scared, your life, all that type of stuff. So that's all I gotta say for this video. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, start a dialogue down there. Drop 100 if you like this information, and let me know if there's other things about informers that you want me to talk about, because after this video I'm gonna go right back into snitching in the hood from the snitching book. So I'll catch you guys on the next episode.
This video is for educational and entertainment use only. The views in this video do not necessarily represent the views or life of Marlon Dixon.